That's all we're doing.
All right, I've spoken enough so far, so I'll hand it over to Lee.
All right, so give a round of applause, guys. Joe, Maddie, and Fida. So how are we all going? Good? You?
Good, excited.
So I know I can get myself and waving Jabal's on Facebook. How good is that? Cool. So what I want to, you know how we all learn. I want everyone to ask questions, or Jabal's going to be running it, but how we don't want any grey areas, because there's going to be words there that I even know I had to ask Jabal about the terminologies. Please put your hand up. No one's like, oh geez, I'm going to be holding people back. So let's make sure that we understand it 100%, because I know different people learn. I know you guys all very well, and I know some people they sprint and other people don't. So even Joe, Maddie, and their feeder, send me a message why Jabal will be rocking it out. What I'll do is send me a message on there. I'll wait till she's got a gap, then we can elaborate and we can rock it out that way. Yeah. Why I'm so passionate and with Jabal facilitating this is because for so many years of my business, and I don't even want it to sound like a speech, it's starting to sound like a speech already, that I was making it up. Gary V.
Yeah, no.
And he does that as well.
Yeah, no, you don't need to copy him.
Come on, man. Will you put him at the front? Rough in a diamond. I'm going to call not the diamond in a rough. I'm going to call him a rough in a diamond. Anyway, don't worry about him. So, what I really urge you all, and that's why I really wanted to make sure that everyone was here. That firstly, it's going to make my job working with you guys a lot easier. But what you're going to learn, the number one reason why people fail in business is because they don't know the steps. They have an idea, but they're not actually connecting to enough of emotional connection as what we learned about what you want, and having a forecast and talking about what your values are, who's your target market, and what this is going to do. What Jaboa did for me a year ago, she gave me a business plan, she goes, okay, this is how we're going to do it. I gave the information, and she made it look sexy, and so that's what we're going to do for you today. I'll talk about, you guys don't mind if I talk about some results. My results in everything went up 200%, and what that means is just basically double. But what it did as well, that it gave me, and that's because I was talking to Maddie as well, that it gave me an understanding of, when we talk about success is freedom and abundance, and we'll get into that, because Jabal is going to really teach you the mechanics of business, and I'm going to really bring it down to the heartfelt understanding with the energy as well. We're going to do an SP today that we're going to just change it up, and we don't need to do it as raw as we normally do it, but we're just going to do it with business. And then we're going to change the music up, and we just want to take you on a little bit of a journey to understanding it. That one of the things that we learned, and what I say we learned with Gary, who was at the event, that you've got people at the top of the food chain that are very successful. And the one thing that they always said is that the better you get at being you and just keep not worrying about left or right, the better your business is going to go. But you need to stand out. And what that means is, we can sit here and say we want to save the world, and we can be all fluffy, and we can be all, I want to make an impact. But if you're not, and this is what we learn, and I don't like using these words, but this is what if you're not selling yourself every day to the people out there, no one's going to know what you do. You can sit there and say, I want to heal, I love people, I want to be successful, I want money, I just want to, help the orphanages in Africa. But let's be honest, great leaders give 80% of their free, was 80%, of their content. But what you need to understand is that where people are going wrong as well, I want you to be truthful with yourselves. Yeah, you listening, Maddie? I want you guys to be truthful with yourself, and what that means is find a passion, but you need to keep looking at your journey of where you're going, but keep realigning with yourself and go, okay, why are we doing this? How am I going to get there? Is this what I really want? Or is this an idea? And keep, using the resources and so on and so forth. I'll give you some example, and I'm going to give personal examples. The reason why people fail in network marketing is, and this can be for, I know Joe does it and whoever else does it, the reason why people fail in network marketing because they are too common. There's no standouts. Why are people going to go with someone that is like that? They want someone to give them the experience, Entrepreneurs, the biggest reason why entrepreneurs fail is because they're not letting people know exactly who they are all the time. They're not showing up with high-end content. They're not showing up. So everyone's an entrepreneur. Okay, let's make millions of dollars, or I want to be a coach, or I want to be, or whatever. The problem with that is, why is someone going to go with you, all of you guys, instead of someone else? Yeah. So this is what Jabal is really going to give you the plan to really get out the as you said, to get your juices flowing. And if we look at you, Gary, you're an established business. One of the big things, can I share one of the takeaways, the little things that we didn't see about the brand?
No.
All right, right. So Gary and I did this technique right where he's sitting actually, and what it was that I know what he wants to express, but there was nothing on the website that has even a clue about what he wants to express from his heart. Do you know what I'm saying?
We don't have a website. That's right.
Or whatever.
You were just sending like pictures because we don't have a website.
Or whatever like Madeco is.
Yeah.
So you need a website. There you go. The first thing. So what it is that if people don't know what's in here every day, if you're not showing up every day, if you see Gary Vee, you see these other businessmen, they're showing up every day. Everyone knows what's in his heart or what is his message. It doesn't need to be polished. Some days he's got bags, some days the rest of it, but you need to get clear of your message, yeah? And what I will say, and this is just me, if you're chasing money, then that's going to eventually, it's going to wine out, yeah? It's going to be diluted. But if yes, you need to do something, and this is a thing that, and I know that you could relate to this as well, there's a thing that if you have a scarcity mindset with business, you do need to sell yourself every day. You do need to, because if you keep showing up and you're giving people everything for free, eventually they don't need you. Do you know what I'm saying? Not to come up and go, well, you need to do this, you need to do that. But I tell you what, those people that went up there, they've got fucking value. If you've got high value, then it's not, well, I'm telling you what you need to hear so then they can take your money. It's about, well, hold on, I've got value here. There needs to be an exchange because it doesn't become sustainable. Do you know what? You get burnt out, you don't feel like you've got worth. So if you're just showing up like that, and then it's just to a point when, I've even had some people even say to me, why, hold on a second, I've got short blood, what's next? You've got the value, so always remember that. Everyone's going to have different businesses, everyone's got businesses that basically you're behind the scenes, but whatever you guys really choose to do, really start to connect with why you do it, yeah? Why you want to do it and be a part of that and understand that, because what I'm seeing with everyone here, to be honest with you is all, like everybody that I'm looking at, the reason why people are stagnant and they're probably doing a little bit of this and that is because you need to find out the answers to get where you want to go. And the way you're going to do that, be around people that have got it, have the research and know the answers where you're going to go. If you want to be successful in network marketing, be around the person that's at the top, let them show you exactly the steps of breaking it down, and you do that every day. If you miss one day that you don't get those steps, you're behind, yeah? If you're talking about, some people, they show up on social media a lot. Why? What's the purpose behind it? What are you going to do? You know how you can say, well, I'm going to give you advice and the rest of that, but what's your strategy behind it? We can do a lot of meaningless tasks, or we can do it because that's a purpose and you've got a plan. When you've got a plan, you'll start your day, well, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I'm going to do 2 live streams, I'm going to do a post, I'm going to have a meeting, I'm going to do a video, and the rest of it. Well, why? Is if we're just doing that, what's the next turn, yeah? And I know this because I was making it up a lot, and I was just, okay, I'll just show up, I'll do a little bit of that, and a few people, a few likes, and the rest of it. But eventually, because I didn't really know what my vision was, no one else did. So everything started to go down, yeah? But once you know that, okay, cool, I'm going to give you this message, but what you need to say, you want to, this is the thing that I learned on the weekend, give people the value, but also give them time. So you need to make your message efficient, you need to make your message that you're going to give them emotional connection. So everything that you guys do, whatever it be, it could be cars, and Brody, you were talking about the storage containers, the rest of it, there's, Jabal's got a really cool name for what the purpose of that is. And and I was actually quite shocked as well that even with Feeder as well, that with her industry, out of all the other industries, and Jabal will share, it was really the information that I found out about that. It's at the top of the food chain out of every industry here, and that's my misconception. So finding out information as we have for you guys, we've learned so much about you. We've learned so much about business, but finding out the right information, because if you just want to be an inspiring coach, if you want to do network marketing, if you want to do personal training, inspire someone, what you need to know, what are people going to be? Who's the competitors? What do people want? Find more information about it, because then you can finally tune your message without thinking about it. And when you don't have to think about it, or it doesn't become activity; it becomes efficient activity. Yeah. So Gary, you say that you want to be innovative and create, these amazing kitchens. What about if you had the message to, really get into people's hearts, but the kitchen was just a vehicle, which you have. But if you can get better at expressing that, mate.
Yeah, I can just show up and show people what you're really doing. Like, social media is a good one.
When you talk about people, and when you talk about how you want to help, I want to help people, I want to create this experience, I want to create that. Jabot really researched and got some really amazing things that I don't just make cabinets. I'm not a cabinet maker. No, you are a creator. You're an innovator. And the better you get at keeping that message into people's hearts, people are going to fucking just be around you, and then you're going to go, oh yeah, that's right. You're going to fit up my $2 million house, and that's what they will be like. And that's what everyone needs to understand. That give them that experience of what you're doing, but show up every day. And this is a good one for you, Elaine, as well. You want to show up every day, but have an opportunity for people to say, well, look, this is what I do. Do you find value in what I'm doing? Now, because it's a limiting belief. Sometimes people go, but you're just talking to them because now hold on a minute. I've got a lot of value, and this is how we're going to keep it growing. So you want to be able to show up to have calls of action to lead people into as well. And that was a big limiting belief, and I know it still is with Maddie a little bit as well, and it can still be with me. That you need to understand that you see people what they need. If you let them go home and do nothing, there's not a duty of care. But you don't say to them, the motivation, and you're all here, and this is why you are here, your motivation is to help others, and that's why those guys are there. But there needs to be an understanding, why would you let someone go off when you know that they need that ongoing support? Yeah? But be motivated to help others, and the rest will come. And this will help you, Joe. With my network marketing company, why I have got 4,500 teams, if you want to, they're not clients, but part of the team, was you need to break away from the norm. Yes, they say do this, and this goes to everyone, but it's applicable to Joe as well. You need to separate yourself from the pack. You need to be, like I said yesterday in yesterday's live stream, you need to be a big fish in a small pond. Do something different. Have that experience that no one else is giving. If you don't know what that experience is, you're faking it. So if you all can put your hands up, do you know what your difference of experience is in your industry? Can you all put your hand up and say?
That I'm pure. What I bring is from everything that I do is from my heart, and I know that's different.
So, but that's for you. Would people be attracted to that? Some yes, some. Do you know what I'm saying? Because what I want you all to know about with our messages, we have to understand when you stay strong to your message. But how are people going to be attracted to that? Because Gary V was up there, and this girl had this thing, and he goes, just stop acting. She went, what?
The girl at the front, she was just all talk.
It was bullshit. She was this pretty thing and the rest of it. And tell me when to shut up, by the way. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, 2 minutes, yeah. And shut up, Maddie. But this is passion, yeah. Like I'm all about the realness, and that's why I need that logical brain. And it was the girl at the front was saying, oh well, but this, and he goes, stop, like hold on, that's in your model of the world. But what do people need? What are people going to be? Have that being pure from the heart, but is that going to attract the right people or the masses, or is that what people are missing? Because we forget what we do. Gary, man, come on. We forget that what we do in all our lives, we have to understand, yes, that's my passion. Don't lose your journey, don't lose your mission, your mission statement. But remember, okay, cool. What I mean, this is where you'll discover that. The people that are in your industry, what are they missing, and how can you fill the voids? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't lose yourself. In network marketing, the reason why people become robots, and I call them sheep, because they do the same shit, and they're going through the pace. Yeah, the way you're going to be, this is for Jo. The way she will be exceptional is that firstly, drop the common era, be something different. Why are people going to go with Jo? They're not going with Alana. Alana's got that degree of separation, is why she's been successful. She gives people extra. She gives people the service. She's making them feel great. She's being that leader. She's representing single mums. Do you know what I mean? But she shows up all the time. She shows up and goes, look, I'm a leader. That's why they be successful. Jasmine, her friend,
So do you know what I'm saying? They show up with that energy and then they go, okay, I get it. So that's what I want you guys just to think about and really start to take in. What is your degree of separation that's going to make other people come to you than someone else because you have a better, you have a better whatever. Not a service, but you're going to give them more value. Yeah? Cool? Awesome. Right.
Thank you. Time, we might not actually be able to do an SP. How are you feeling in terms of connection? Feeling okay? Feeling good? Feeling like you've got enough in there? Okay, so let's no SP. It means that you guys will be able to remain on the call. Is that cool? All right, because if we do one, we're going to lose half an hour. We're already half an hour through, and I feel like that got juices going. Built up connection for everyone. All right. So, are you ready to get started?
Let's go.
All right. You've got the electronic workbook if you want to work
You did
directly
send it to me
by email.
before this morning,
Yeah. Or if you are someone that prefers to write and scribble, please use the workbook directly. All right. So let's get into it. Maddie and Vida, on page 2. What we're looking at here is what's called a concept or a framework. So the reason I want to talk to this a little bit is that it's really important for you in whatever work you're doing, whatever industry, whatever market, you need to build there's certain ways that you build strategic and operational plans, okay? And I'm going to show you how it all fits together and why you shouldn't do one without doing the other and why you need to work it through in a certain order. So at the top, your mission. Eleni, what's your mission?
I'm here to lead the way.
Here to lead the way.
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Okay, and then down, so once we know our mission, we can then build our vision. Where do you want to be? Gary, where do you want to be with Madeco?
I want to be the most innovative business that is the benchmark for the industry.
Awesome.
So we just for a direction.
Latest technology, innovation,
Yeah,
design.
health and well-being. Yeah.
Yep,
All sorts
awesome.
of things.
Okay, so once we know our vision, where we want to be, we need to identify our values, right? And these are your guiding principles. So, Raul, what do you value?
Oh,
And they can be personal values that translate into business.
showing up and basically doesn't matter. Basically showing up on a daily basis and giving 100% to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but giving the best of that day. So
That's right.
that's what I.
Okay,
how I
perfect.
appreciate.
Good. So once we know what our values are, that's going to drive our behaviour. It's going to drive how we make decisions. It's going to drive how we interact with clients and customers. The culture. If you're a one-man band entrepreneur, or if you've got a team, or if you've got an organisation, it's really going to influence the culture. Once we know those 3 things, these are like your higher order, and so many people miss fleshing that out, and that's they go straight to either taking action or they only sit at mission. I want to change lives and forget the other steps below it. So you need to work through this sequentially. Next one, strategies. Where will we focus? Maddie, I'm going to pick on you for a second. If I think about your security business, where's your strategic focus at the moment, or where do you want to be focusing longer term?
Where I focus on my strategies is to reduce the spend on maintenance tasks, like doing the rosters. So what I'm doing is, and I'm 1%, is putting it so it's all streamlined. So when I set my rosters, they go digitally straight. I can press one button. The messages go straight out. Then when they confirm their rosters, they input the hours in, so then it generates the invoice, and then so pretty much do that much effort and get the result before I was doing it all on Excel. So the strategy is to earn more, but do way less.
All right, so that's perfect. That leads me into what you've actually explained to me there is actually operational priority. So that is how you're doing it. So you want to create efficiencies in terms of your management systems, whether it be a rostering system, fleet management system, time card system, whatever it is. You're wanting to create an efficiency, but why? Is it so you can grow more volume? You can save time so that you can focus on growth opportunities, getting more contracts. That's the strategy part.
Yeah. So the reason why I'm doing it is to have more time with the family and have more freedom to do my coaching stuff, to go to the retreats, to go to growth, on the same mentally, in my mentoring, but to grow more spiritually and mentally for myself, and then also.
Yep, awesome. So with your one today as well, as we work through it, I don't know if you want to flip between the security business and the coaching, but what I would probably say is choose one today. Choose one. I know that they both kind of sit off the back of each other, and both you share a lot of capabilities and strengths across the both of them. But I would say today, pick one and really focus on that today.
Do you feel maybe
Hey guys, so that was just the start of really bringing people's, understanding people's beliefs and values and the rest of it. I'll be showing you a little bit more about it because there's a lot of private stuff that's getting in there. It's about, business for visionaries, entrepreneurs to be able to get what's in here and out in here, out to the right people and adding massive difference in their world. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll speak to you guys later.